everybody. Come on in for a moment with Celeste today. We are going to create from the heart again today. And we are going to finish up my friendship file journal that I have worked on and set aside way too long. And now is the time to finish it. So come on in, say hi, get a few things organized here. My little fabric swatches and all that good stuff. Get you over here. I appreciate you coming on today. Let's see here. Okay. When you come in, if you'll say hi, I would appreciate it very much. Always helps me to know who's on here with me and who I can chat with and all that good stuff. So, hi there, Linda. Oh, Linda. You sure blessed me yesterday. They're in my jar. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. That was such a fun little surprise. Fun. Okay. Let's see if it's going to do what it's supposed to do here. You just never know, do we? Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to see if we can get it going here. And excuse me, I look like a hot mess today. I've been out. We went out and ran some errands, and I didn't freshen up a bit. Oh, gosh. So, you probably remember this beautiful journal we've been working on together here, that where I got the printables from my Artful Adventure, and I just absolutely adore this. Absolutely adore this. So we just have a few more things to put in here. So that's what I'm going to focus on today. And we are going to get her done. That is my goal, because it is time for us to get her done. Okay, so let's see, where do we need to go to finish up in here? So this section here, I'm going to put you down so you can see it a little bit better. This section here is pretty much finished. This one here, I might come, I have, this one's has some texture on it, but I'm thinking I might want to add a little more. Let's just see here. I really don't want to put it here, but I'm going to put that right there, that little white flower on top of the rose that's on there, because the flower that's on there is very faint anyway, and you can't hardly see it, but this is definitely going to make it pop a little bit more. And let's see here, I want to get rid of that. Sorry guys, hang on a second, you know how I am. Some things never change, do they, Linda? Some things never change. Hello, Capri. How are you, my friend? It's so good to see you today. Okay, so just put that little flower on here. And then over here, I think I'm going to leave it for now. This one here, I'm going to leave it for now. I do think I want to tighten up this pocket that I had made with the vintage handkerchief. I'm going to tighten it just a tad up here. Let's slip our tag in there. And then this page over here is looking pretty good. I do have some new, more little trims that I can add in. So what are you serving at your house today? So I think that's what I'll do. Maybe put something up here. And let's see, this little peach trim would be perfect, I believe. So we'll do the peach on here to finish this off and get out my glue. You ever finish the Mary Poppins journal? Did you ever finish Mary? Did I have a Mary Poppins one? I don't think I had a Mary Poppins one, Linda. I do have one that's been commissioned that the book is on its way. It's a golden book that is for Alice in Wonderland. So I'll be sharing some of that with you guys as we get going on that. I think it'll probably be sometime either later this week or early next. So that'll be a fun one to do. And I haven't done a golden book for a little while, so it'll be fun to get back in and do another one, you know. Okay. That's a pretty peach, it really is. And then I have to see if I want something down here. Now there is, I don't know, if I need to pull the blue out a little bit. You know, every little piece you add just adds a little bit more of the texture, which is, you know, what I love. So I'm going to see what this looks like if I just put this on this one side of this pocket where it's kind of plain. Or I can even do it over here, but I think I like it better on the actual pocket. So let's just do that. This is one of the prettiest printable packets I've ever had. So thank you so much to Christy Sloan for that. Okay. All right, so I'll just put that on there for now. You can see that little piece kind of just brings in a little more blue on it. And then we're going to take and we will go with, hi, Lori Thompson. Come on in, my friend. Oh, good. Oh, that'll be fun, Linda. You're going to have fun when you do start doing that one. That was a fun one to do, I'll tell you. Okay, then we're going to go over here. Now, I put that little envelope. It's got the friendship little piece down here. And then it's got plenty of writing space. So let me see if I want to put any trims or anything on that writing space here. I do have a little piece of this hobnob too that I had gotten from the Vintage Peddler. I love this piece of fabric too. So I'm thinking maybe I will add a corner, but let's just wait a second and see. Here's a cute little ribbon that has some bows on it, which might just add a little bit down here. It's just going to be real, blend in really easy, but I think that'll be pretty on there. So if you've been following me as I've been making this, you guys know that, hi Tammy, how are you? You know that I am making this for a very dear friend in Pennsylvania who her and her husband and son-in-law and little grandsons have been going through a really difficult time with their precious daughter, who is about 35 years old. And I got the message from the mama that she passed away Sunday morning. The young lady did. So I've had a few conversations back and forth last few days, and this will be a time after things settle down here for them, that I'm going to send this to my friend, and maybe she give her some journaling space and some things like that. But yeah, I've known Emily for, gosh, since she was about 13 years old, so 20 years it's been. Actually a little longer, 20, I think it's about 22 years. And she went through a really hard battle for 2 years with cancer, a very aggressive cancer that never responded to whatever. So it's very sad, very sad. And so I'm just gonna, hopefully this will bring her a little bit of time to be able to spend by herself and in some comfort. But we never know. We all knew that it was, you know, that her days were very, very numbered. So it wasn't a huge shock to get the message, but at the same time, I don't think you ever, I know her mom and dad are just, look at this pretty blue. I'm going to put this in here on this page. Can you see the color of this? Get that pretty blues in there. So, it's really hard because I would love to be able to be there to support them, and you know, the distance is just keeping me from being able to do that. So distance and my inability to still do a lot of a good job balancing on my left leg that I injured so severely a year and a half ago. So, but we're all going to be okay. We know that we never know why, and it doesn't do any good to even ask whys, because we don't know, do we? But our little friend Emily is definitely going to be missed. She was a little ball of fun. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue this down and make a pocket out of this side. So let's get some grunge. Get some grunge going. And I think I'll try the frayed burlap on this one. Let's see, no pain like being oh, I can't even imagine the pain of losing a child. Thank the Lord I've never had to experience that. But it's hard. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? So if any of you have ever lost a child, gosh, my heart goes out to you as well, because there is nothing I can even imagine being worse than that. Okay, so this is just going to be a little light coat of the burlap here on this green, so you're not going to really see it too much, but you can see it a little bit. So let's go ahead and get that put down. Well, I'm loaded up on glue, I'll tell you. The other day, I bought a bottle of Art Glitter glue, and then I bought a bottle of the 3-in-1, and then I was looking in my bag where all this was at, and there was another full bottle of Art Glitter glue that I forgot I had even bought. So we are well stashed with our glue. I think you can never have too much glue, can you? Okay, now let's see. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty. Putting that blue on that green, that'll be a pretty combination. So let's trim it off a little bit. This is some of the lace that I had sold the other day on my sale, and then I saved snips of it for me. So I'm glad I did. It's given my little lace area a whole different feel. Okay, stretch that out, get that on there. Give it a good press down. Probably put a little bit more over here too. I have got to get busy, so the next few days I'm doing a live tomorrow with the Crafty Bunch on harvesting theme, and then I've got to lay low because I've got so many little projects that I need to get done, little like making tags and doing paper clips and things like that, and I just haven't taken the time to get her done, but I'm going to. We're going to get her done, and we're going to put this tag. Let's darken up the edges on this one. But I got a lot of little things I need to get put together because I have another sale, you know, the first Friday of the month on the Crafty Bunch. And then I'm doing a craft show in November here locally. So I've got to get lots of things put together. I am in the process of putting together more, oops, I need both of those, more of the journal kits. I started yesterday. I have 2 of them completed. They're fall themed. And so I think I'm going to do about 4 of those, and then I'm going to do the rest of them, all kind of different type of themes, adding different things. So I've got to get those put together. And you know, that all just takes time, doesn't it? So maybe while I'm doing some of them, I'll just jump in and do an impromptu live with y'all. You can kind of join me. I'm going to ink the back of this one, just so it's not stark white. Okay, now I don't know where I have set my little paper punch, but let's see if it's over here. I don't think it's in here. I think it's out in the other room. I just about have all my craft room out in my dining room. So it's all coming back. So I think on this one here, we'll do a button instead of a tie. And let's see, what color do I want? It's a pretty fall color. Don't like that. That's yours. Look at this pretty one. Can you see the star imprint in the middle? That's pretty cool. So I don't know if I want to use that color though. Let's go for another one. She's digging. She's digging. What's she going to dig out? Here's another one that's kind of a purpley. I think I want to find a blue is what I want. Yeah, we'll go with this little blue one. Perfect. That will work. And we're just going to set it up here. It's the same size as that little faux hole is. Okay, so we've got that one done. I don't know if you can see the pretty little faint flowers on that. It's so pretty. Okay, so we've got that page. And then over here, I don't know if you saw what I had done. Maybe I did this the last time we were together. Did that pocket, and then I added that little swan down there on the bottom. And let me see if I want to trim up anything here. Let's see, what colors are we working with? Blues, greens, mints. This might be a little too big for up here. I don't know. I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty, so we're gonna just do it. The colors in these prints are so soothing and so they just bring a peaceful feel to them. I cannot thank Christy Sloan enough for offering this little packet. If any of you do not follow Christy, I bet you most of you do. But if you don't, I encourage you to do so. It's under Artful Adventures. And she is a very talented lady. And she loves to do her journals. She does such pretty colors and things like that. Just fun. Okay. So we'll just put that up there for now. See how we have that. So it has the green grass. This is some faux grass down here. And then this is the little lace trim up there on that page. Then we're going to, let's see, can you move the plastic? Yes, I can. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, thank you. I am terrible about doing that. I always want to set stuff in front of me. I'm a setter in front of her kind of a gal, you know? Oh, gosh. Okay, now this one here is the page that has that cute little, where the friend's coming to the door, and she's got a little gift for her. So I'm going to see what I want to do here. I really want to find a spot for this. Oh, that would make it a beautiful pocket, I'm telling you. That really will. If I trim that down just a tad, that will be a beautiful pocket. So pretty on there. And let's go ahead and we'll get that glued down too. Capri. Thank you, Capri. I appreciate you putting in her link. Awesome. Okay. Oops. Okay. Hang on a minute. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to set this one over here, and I think this is the side that goes up. Don't you love the, what is it, like a hobnob? Kind of little bumps of chenille. I just think it's so pretty. Okay, let's see. We're going to go this way. You guys doing anything today or this next few days that's going to entertain you a little bit? Okay. That is beautiful. It's so soft. I love putting in the textures. Then I need to see what I want to put here. And I've got these two. I forgot. These just came. So I haven't even gotten these all cut up yet that I'm doing. But this is going to go definitely perfect. Won't that be perfect on something? Down here. So I'm going to pull that. And then I am going to also pull, let's see, I have, this is gorgeous too. I don't know though if I want to put that on there. Maybe right there in the middle we'll do it. A little pink rose. And those. I enjoy the craft community that is always uplifting and promoting each other. Me too, Capri. Me too. And I love, you know, everybody just, like you said, they all support each other. You know, just doing what you just did and what Linda just did is such a help for me too. And so when we're doing our crafting and we mention things like that, you know, it's kind of a challenge to try to pull the links of ourselves. So I love it when someone just jumps in and gets her done and then lets me know when I put the bag in front of the camera. So thank you, my dear friends. Thank you. Okay, now I do have those little phrases here. So let's see what we want to put on here. And this has this little kind of a dark blue. I think think I'm going to go with this peach to maybe back the letters, the wording. But a friend's heart is always open. I think that would be a good one. Since she's opening the door. A friend's heart is always open. Okay. And I'm going to put that, I'm going to glue that on here. And then we're going to take it and cut it out a little bit. And grunge her up a little bit. Okay. Okay, I'll give it a cut. We had such a good time the other day out garage sailing that I can't wait to get out there and do some more. Do you guys like to, you're working, oh, I want to do a steampunk journal. Lori, I bet that is fun, fun, fun. Lots of colors too, I bet, right? Oh, I'd love to see what you're doing. I would love to see it. You can private message me and send me the picture, a picture or two of what you're doing. Okay, got it grunged up, and we'll get this one glued on. So I have a couple. I know I have the one coming in that's the Alice in Wonderland, which I know is going to be a lot of fun to do. And then I have possibly another 2 that are coming in September that will be grief journals that are that someone's commissioning me to do. And so I've never done grief journals, and so it's kind of I feel a heavy weight of responsibility if I do those. So for specific people. Okay, let's take this one here, and we're going to put this cute little card down in there. And I think in here I've got a piece of some narrow trim, I believe. Let's see, we'll see. There's not in this one, there's not. The white and the cream. I think we might be okay there. I wanted for the card to do just a narrow, and I know I have a roll of it here somewhere. I guess I could do this. Let's see what this one looks like. Here's that pretty little white ribbon. And I think I'm just going to put a little bit of this, just a little, right at the very bottom of the front side of this. Get it glued on here. Again, just adds a little bit more dimension to it. So there's that. And then let's go ahead and round our corners, and then I'll come in with some inking. Oops. Rounded off myself on this one because okay. All right. The Messy Craft Corner did a grief journal about a week ago. It was beautiful. Oh, I'll have to go check that. I don't get to catch her as much anymore as I used to. I don't know. I used to always see her feeds come in on me, and then a couple months back, it didn't, doesn't come up, and then I miss them, and so, okay, so I've got that one done. This turned out cute. Look at this little pocket, you guys. I'll show you here. Didn't that turn out pretty? Like it, gotta run. Okay, Capri, thank you so much. Get that cleaning done, then you can come here to Omaha and do mine. That'd be awesome. Cute leopard scissors match your cute shirt. Well, they do, Diantha. I didn't even realize that. I love getting different kinds of colors of scissors. Okay, so then we've got this one that's got this pocket. And I want to do something here with this. Just a smidge here. I'm going to turn it up, I think, a tiny bit. And let's just see what this does. Because, yeah, that's what we'll do. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in this. Let's see. I have been on Etsy looking at some different options. They don't have a whole lot in regards to grief journals, but they have some. But I know just the right ones are going to pop up. It will. But, you know, like I said, that's going to be a challenging one to do. I'm going to see what this will look like on the top up here if I put just a smidgen of this pretty kind of a blue trim here. Let's see here. Hi, Vicki. You've been doing some pretty journals too, my dear friend. There on the this crafty chick. I love those, was it cards, note cards that you did, was it yesterday? I think I saw pieces of it. Now wait a minute. I think I might need to put this here at the top. And that's what I'm going to do. That's a pretty one. It has kind of like the pea, almost a pea green and a country blue and a cream. Okay, let's put this at the top here. Because this is the one that flips up, so it's not a pocket. Okay, that works perfectly. Okay. And then, let's see, let's go with a little bit, I'll make sure to keep my colors here all together. Okay, so we've got the blues. And what others do we have over here? The blues and the golds. Now I do have, but I think I put it out in the other room. I had some kind of a gold. It wasn't a metallic gold, just a pretty gold. Kind of an antique-y gold, you know. But let's see here. Okay. That's too big. I don't want that up there. Well, when you don't know, you just move on. And then you come back and you'll know. Right? Isn't that how it goes? Okay, let's go up here to this bag. I've got all kinds of goodies, I'm telling you. Here's a cute one. Look at that flower. Wouldn't that be pretty on here somewhere? Let's see. I've got my little piece of my antique trimmy lace there. What would that look like? I think it's going to be too long. Are you saying grief journal? I am, Diantha. Yeah. Yeah, if someone has commissioned me to do 2 grief journals, and so I'll be for sure finalized in September if I'm doing them or not. But yeah, that's going to take me a little bit of really thinking it through what I want, you know, what I want to do. Supposed to give me the information about both people. One's a child, like a child, and the other is a that's pretty. Your true friend is priceless. And then the other one is an adult that was, I think, in her 50s. Okay, just keep piddling around here and finding what I want to do. I really love this coral flower. Isn't that pretty? But not sure I want it on there. Now this is something that's really different. I'm just going to try something here. That'll be pretty, just not on that page. Not on that page, so you'll see. We'll get something on there. Okay, and then we got this ecru up here. Let's see here. I think I'll come back to this page too. I'm having one of those days, I think, that's kind of... Oh, this one will be pretty over here, though. Oh, gosh, this is a pretty one. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at this one. Isn't that pretty? It's an ecru. Okay, let's get it put on up here at the top. Again, I want there to be plenty of writing space. Oops, wrong one. Journal cards yesterday. Those were so pretty. Yeah. That would be hard, Yantha. It would be hard. Okay. Those are really pretty. I like that a lot. And then, let's see. I'm thinking maybe on here of adding a piece of this notebook paper that it's scrapbook paper, but it looks like a vintage piece of note paper. Hi, Deborah. How are you, my friend? Hope your day is going very well. Okay, I'm going to tear it, go around, because you know how I like to do that, mess everything all up. Let's see, make sure I get the numbers on the right side. So it goes like that. I'm going to tear a little more off. Okay, and I think I'm just going to glue this in, do some inking on the edge of this one as well. Okay, get it going here. This paper is just a little bit thinner. It's not like cardstock. Let's see, so pretty. Hello, my dear. Hi there, Renee. How are you? Renee, I sure love those papers that you sent my way. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get something going with that. I may have to use it tomorrow, but I'm not sure I want to yet on the live that I'm doing tomorrow afternoon on the Crafty Bunch on harvesting creativity, because those colors are so harvesty in fall. So you gals, I see that those of you that are in my private group, that you got things all ready for our Connect on Thursday night. Thank you guys all for doing that. I'm not, you know, technology is not my forte. So whenever I have to do something different with technology, at first I get like this rush of panic. But it always works out. Always comes through. So that's why I wanted to give you guys plenty of time to get things all set up instead of the day before. Okay, so let's get this in here. And we'll put that down. And then I want to see here one of these adorable little square doilies. Look familiar, Linda? I want to see what that, oh, that would look really cute down here with a button in the middle. So I'm going to put that on here too. Let's see here. Deborah, I am Great Celeste. Love to watch you. And I love that you watch because I love seeing your name come up, Deborah. You're so sweet. Renee, sorry I won't be able, I know, I remember that now, Renee, but that's okay. You know, we'll be doing another one. We do it twice a month, so. And it looks like you gals did really good too on all doing comments and things, so we're going to do our drawing Thursday night on the private group too, so. Fun, fun. Okay, let's stick this little guy right in here, kind of like that. Just press it down, and then of course, oh, now wait a minute, this would be a pretty spot to put this pretty little coral colored rose. That's a pretty one. Let's put it in there. Okay, I'm gonna smash it down here a little bit. Okay, so that'll be that page, little writing page. See there? Okay, oh, I forgot I have a little key too. So, this page here, let's see if we need to go which direction I want to go here. It's cute. Okay, so in here, I can take that piece, if I know where I put it. Here it is. Since it's this plain white sheet right here, on this side, I can take this and I'm going to cover this with this pretty, that's going to be so pretty. This was one of the prettiest fabrics that I had gotten last spring, I think it was, at Hobby Lobby. And it's a heavier, not heavy, but I don't even know, kind of almost like a canvas piece. But I just have gotten so much out of this. And I only bought like a half a yard, if even that. So let's see here. Where did I just tear it? Here we go. Get my little strings going. See if I can give it another tear down here. Okay, come back here, and we're going to just glue that right here on the blank page. And for right at the moment, I'm going to leave this little scrappy piece hanging out because I think it's kind of cute. I don't know. This is the bottle that isn't new. Want to get every drop out of it. These glues, boy, they're not cheap, are they? All right. Got that on. Now we're going to put our fabric down. Just push it down in here and that'll be a page. I love all the little frayed edges. So pretty. Then, I don't know why I always slide in this chair. I should have really good muscles, all the pushing up I do. Hi, Teresa. Hey, 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 Jamie. How are you? Good to see you. Both of you lovely ladies. Okay. Then we can put a little bit of a something down there. Now, I thought maybe at one time here, I'm going to try this. I just got this the other day. It's that woven fabric. And I'm going to see what that would look like if I just do a little bunchy down here. I think it's going to need a little more than that, though. It's going to need something, because this will end up having to be a tuck page. So let me see what color I want to put behind it. I've got this fabric here. I don't think I care for that so much, but you never know. It might work. It might. Let's see. Or, now I don't think this one goes very well. I've got so many cute little snippets. Look at this one. Isn't it so cute? Cute, cute, cute. Okay. So what color do I want to back it with? I just did the peach. I don't want to do that dark of a blue. I don't want that color. I may have to go with the peach again. Let's see. And then if I top it with that, that'll be pretty. And I'm just going to run it right flat up to the edges of it. And that'll be the base of the pocket. Okay. So, let's get some more of our stinky glue on here. And we'll get to dabbing on some dots here. This is a little bit easier to do than that grassy color kind of stuff that I like to use. It's a little thicker. Okay. Get that glued down. Right to the top. Pull it out, stretch it a bit. Yeah, pretty. Almost gives it a little fence feel to it. Straighten this out a little bit. Okay. So we'll turn that into the pocket. Isn't that cute? That little, I don't even know what it's called. Stuff. Okay, I'm going to give this a little, just a little bit of curve. And then we'll glue this on. Tammy and Linda, I'm not sure if you saw the message that I had put on our private page in Diantha about the styrofoam balls. So you might want to take a look at that for Thursday night's craft. So to see if there's anything you need to get or do. If you haven't seen it, knowing you guys, you're all on top of it anyway. So, okay, so that's going to be a pocket. And then we've got this little, couple little tags we can put in here. So I'll juice those up in a bit here. And then we've got a larger tag. Let's see. I have a couple of these. These are so cute. So I'm thinking I'm going to take and do a couple of these. I love these tags. Somebody had gifted these to me, and I don't even know where they got them, but I love them. See the large grommet hole in there? Eyelet hole? Do you remember cutting Christmas cards with pinking shears for Anna T? Well, I remember doing it. I didn't remember who it was for, but thank you for reminding me, because I do remember doing that. Cutting up Christmas cards. You know, it's kind of a thing that's coming back, Nantha. In fact, I just got a whole bunch of things the other day at the antique store. Some old vintage ones that had been trimmed. That are so pretty. Okay, so we'll stick with that for now. That's the back page here. Got the yellow. We've got, oh, here's another white page. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Do I want to put more fabric in here or not? If I do, I don't want to do that color. So, what if I have, I really don't want to put this one in here because I don't want to use all of this one up. But let's see. Here's some more of that hobnob in a pink. And so this has a lot of peachy and pinky in it. I think this would be beautiful. I really do. Cover that up there with some of my hobnob. And that's what I'm going to do. It's not a hobnob, I don't think. Is that what they call it? I know it's chenille. Let's just go with that doesn't want to tear. Okay, we'll cut this one. It's going to be that way. It's going to be that way for me. And maybe this one here, I'll just make it a little shorter piece. Let's see here how that goes. And then I'll ink the edges. Okay, got that, got that. Okay, let's get her done. Okay, so if we take this piece here, and I think I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to go halfway down, then I'm going to put one of my word phrases up there. This is so pretty. I love this stuff. This is that stuff that the vintage, or my Peddler's Alley sells. Boy, I have a terrible hard time trying to find chenille, like used chenille bedspreads. I have not been, I found one time and I sold it on my sale back when I first started about a year ago. And somebody nabbed it up. And it was a white one. It had a little bit of a design in it, but I have a hard time finding them. Do you guys that live on the East Coast, do you find them pretty easily? Or is it difficult for you too to find chenille, used chenille spreads? Hello, Teresa L. Creations. Welcome in. Thank you so much. I still love to use pinking shears, Deantha. It just gives you, I don't know, they're heavy and just makes you feel like, I don't know what it is, but I like it too. Oh, I forgot I had this. Look what I made. I made this little bunchy. See that? Out of ribbon. This little bunchy will go beautiful up here. But then what am I going to put here? Oh, gosh, decisions. I'm going to put that there. I just am. That was perfect. I didn't even make it for this. I just made it to make it. But this is perfect. It's got the little pale pink. So I'm going to stick this up here. And then I am going to press it down. Now here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking as we're sitting here of finding different little charms and things. Like here's a key, and I'm just going to pin them in all over this piece. So that'll be my next mission, to find the charms. But I think that would be really cute to do if I can get it done. I'll have to probably stitch them in. Let's see. So it would be like this. This had a little wire on it, but that's just, let's see if it stays even. See, wouldn't that be cute? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. And then maybe I could put a little tag on there with something else. But I'm going to do some charms. The other thing I can hook in there is like a vintage, let's see, I don't think I have any out. I don't know if I have any, period. But like a vintage safety pin on there. I just think that would be a dope. This one's got a little rust on it too. This one's going on. This one is going to go right in here. Oh, this will be fun to get put together. So look, won't that be sweet? Just have a bunch of little things to touch and feel. Anybody else? What else would you put? Well, oh good. Hi, Joanne, my dear friend. How are you in Florida? It's so good to have you on today. Yeah, they're really difficult to find. I don't think it matters what part of the country we're in. You know, in my mind, I always think things would be more available on the East Coast up in the New England states because, you know, just because of the history and things up there. But when I found that one that I found, I was like a Rudy Tooty Toot Toot Toot. Happy. So what are some other little things you guys would glue or hook into this? Give me some ideas. I think that's going to be fun. So we got that. That was the last page. This one's done here. This one's done. This one here, I want to juice up a little bit, not a whole lot. Let's see, maybe more than I thought. Because this has the dark navy blue. You see that? Her dress. And I have this trim that has a dark navy blue and kind of a white. I'm thinking maybe I'll just run this down the edge of that. What do you think? Yay or nay? Yes or no on the trim? Yes or no? I need your votes. I need ya. I do. Yes, the blue and white trim? No. Okay, I got some little snippy stuff in here. Yes, a great idea. Okay, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So, did you guys all see the video yesterday of the large quilt that I found? So, I got it, and John told me he thought that I needed to try to see if I could sell it as, you know, a whole quilt. It's a 5x7, gorgeous fall colors. But I haven't gotten any takers yet on it. So, if it doesn't get adopted as the beautiful whole quilt that it is very soon. I'm going to be cutting it into quilt blocks to use, and we'll sell them on probably the next sale with kits and things like that, or just some bundles. But it's hard to cut those, isn't it? But I don't have any use for the fall coloring in my house. So if any of you see that and you want that, to let me know. But otherwise, it's going to get cut up into quilt bundles, which is going to be gorgeous. It's going to be gorgeous. Okay, so we've got that. And then I need something up here. Sure, up here, let's cut this little piece out. Okay. And then I need to find another little friendship phrase to put on this one. Let's see. A friend is a shoulder to lean on. That's too long. Let's go with I'm going to do this one. Good friends are hard to find. Okay, pull that down. See if we can get that fit on there. Perfect. Okay. A belly band. Oh, I should have seen that. I've probably got opportunity to do another belly band somewhere then here. But yes, I need to add a belly band, don't I? That thick piece that I was showing you would be a perfect belly band. If I can find the right spot for it. Because you know, for me, it's always the right spot. Okay, so this one is the... Put a couple of beads on the... Put a couple of beads on the safety... Oh yes, that will be cute. In fact, I have taken some of those, the safety pins, and put the some vintage buttons on them. And then there's a little, I think a little tie bow or something on the end of it. And I will pull those out too and see what that looks like too. It's so funny because, you know, you have all your things, but they're so, it's hard to remember. So I always need you guys to kind of remind and inspire me because I forget that I have them. Okay. Good friends are hard to find. We'll set that one off to the side there. And then this one here, we want to do some more inking on these little tags. Do it. Whoopsie. Okay. And we'll get back in our little drawer here and see what we've got. We've got the real pale blue, which will be a pretty one. And let's just see what a white one looks like on here. I think that looks beautiful. It's a very vintage white button. Isn't that pretty? It's just kind of plain on plain. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty though? I think it just looks elegant. And then this little blue is about the same kind of, let me show you this one. This was a pretty color too. Just a very light, look at that. Isn't that a pretty little blue? Okay, so those will go in here. And then I'm going to put another strip of hot glue under there because it wants to come off. Okay. And then we can take this too, and something that I have found enjoyable to do. Let's see. Thinking about adding one of these pretty little doilies in here somewhere. So I got to find the perfect spot. I don't think that's it. I don't think. Let me see. I really can put this doily, will go anywhere on this because it's the perfect colors. But I do think I'm going to put it back here on the back on one of these two pages. So I've got this side here that I can put it on, and maybe I'd put it up high, which I think would be very pretty. Or I can put it over here on this page, kind of set it aside a little bit. But then I think it's going to No, that's not a pocket. That's right. So let's see here how I want to do this. Because if I use this side here, I think this is going to be the best side, color-wise. Put a couple of beads on the piano. Okay, see that one? Okay, I'm going to put this doily up here because this could just be used for more writing space. So let's do this. With the feel of this journal, you've got to have a doily, right? Okay, so we're going to put this over here and kind of offset it a little bit. Oh, that's so pretty. Very pretty. Then, let me show you what I got the other day at the antique store. Now, I don't know if this will even work. But you guys, look at these humongous buttons. Old vintage buttons. They are huge. They are huge. So there's this one here. Oh, that's pretty. There's this color here. What else do we have in here? What other color? Ooh, Mamma Mia. Oh, you guys. You've got to see this. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, my word. So I've got that one. I've got this one. I have the orange, an orangey one. I haven't even looked at all of these. I just saw them at the antique store and I grabbed them. So I love these big buttons. Oh my gosh, those are pretty cool. Look at this one. Guys, look. Are these not amazing? Okay, so I have to decide which one of these I want on here. So, not putting that one on. Look at this one. I'm thinking that might be the answer. Isn't that pretty? I'm thinking I'm going to either put this one, or this one. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, now you gotta do one more vote for me. Do we want to go with this one? So the blue, the vintage olive, or the gold. This has little gold specks in the paint there too. I don't know if you can see that. So, blue, the gold, or the vintage olive. Let's see here what we have. Olives for Linda. It's a gorgeous one, isn't it? Okay. Do we all think the olive? Hang on a second here. Okay. All right. That olive is just gorgeous. I think that's what I'm going to have to go with because it is so unique. It'll be just a real special touch for this. Okay. And it has a little olive green in this ribbon over here too. There we go. She's on. She ain't going nowhere. Okay. There she goes. So pretty. All right. Well, I just got a few more spots to finish up, so I think I will go ahead and just get that done and let you guys take off, and then I'll do a video. Look at this one even. Isn't that awesome? Look at these. These are good. I might have to share some of those, you know, down the road here. Okay, so I'll finish up the couple little bare spots that I need to do, and then when I get it all done, I'll do a video so you guys can have a little walkthrough of it. But thank you guys for hanging in there with me today. I really appreciate it. I truly do. And I hope you all have a blessed evening. And we'll see you tomorrow afternoon, okay? Bye-bye.